Hi YouTube. Well, I've attempted this before and I'm going to try it again. It's just a dadgum windy. I hope the wind noise doesn't take over. But I was going to show you the old farmer's new toy for the fifth wheel. He used to own, I think it's a mid-sized pickup, Dodge Dakota. He had that for years. But we got this, I don't remember the year, maybe 2006, Dodge Dually diesel. It's a 3500 Allison Duramax. The only thing I know about Allison is I used to hear Allison Chalmers, and that was a tractor. But anyway, it's a pretty nice rig. Very well taken care of for its age, and we bought it from a friend who's a mechanic, and he always is updating vehicles or fixing his own vehicles, and he's even restored, I believe they told me, 3 1940s, 1950s pickups. So I'll swing around here and show you our fifth wheel. We have it parked by the back door because I've been in there working and packing and getting it set up. I think most people will tell you that they just leave it set up all the time. But this is coming from the back. There's a ladder that goes up the back. This has got that nice big window. The spare tires on the back. And of course it's got a cover on it, which is good. And the bumper, typical RV, that's where the sewer hose is stored, so that's good. Here's the inlet for cable. Again, that's usually not the kind of places I like to go to, but I will. There's our slide out. This would be the refrigerator, the access to the back side of the refrigerator to work on it, and there's the vent. I like that it has an exterior vent for the hood above the stove. The other one in Eddie just kind of had one of them charcoal type vents. The window over the kitchen sink is here. And come on around the front there. We like that there's a light on each side of the RV. So that's going to be nice because, you know, typically we carry several flashlights. There's our city water connection, black and gray tank. This side is not open, but I'll show you the other side. Hot water heater. Oh, there's some kind of crank thing mechanism in there. And there's the window to the bedroom. There's our tripod to set it up when we're away. Here's another thing we really like is look at that storage and those big propane tanks. I don't know, what are those, 7.5 or 10-gallon tanks? I don't know poundage. I know our other propane tanks, we called them 5 gallons. That's the battery. And at first when I saw that the vent hose was all broke up, I thought, oh my gracious, we got to vent that thing. Well, no we don't. Look at those holes. Anyway, it came with tire covers. That's cool. And so if we can ever go to get some solar, we've got plenty of room to add more batteries back there. I've talked to a couple of people, not from our area, but close to where I have family, that I'm thinking maybe could help with solar. I'd pay to put solar. And there we go. I need to back away so I don't fall. But it's got a really nice awning. Here in our part of the world, the days that you could put the awning out because the wind is always blowing, if you look up at the trees, are far and few between. So it was one blowing the other day, so the old farmer extended it all the way out. and washed it down good and let it dry. Here's another cool, the basement, look, that goes all the way under the underside. Lots and lots of storage. I hadn't looked in here until truly just before I opened this to see what kind of storage there was. I'm pretty impressed with all that. There's the furnace vent, a couple of outlets. The light on this side is our porch light, so it's got one of those, what are those, like bug lights. There's the window over the dining. It's got fold-out steps. They are manual. That's okay. And as you can see, it says 24.5 foot. And that's it. Anyway, it came with really nice tires, so that's a big plus, considering that Eddie just got 6 new tires. Oh, we're pleased with it. It's got 3 vents on the inside, and they've all got covers over them, so glad for that. I'll give you a peek at my garden. There it is over there. I should have come out earlier because the wild turkeys were just all around. That's my compost pile over there. And if you'll notice, it's not very deep. And all the stuff out in front of it is where the chickens get in and scratch all of my compost stuff out. But I figure it's just free fertilization and I don't have to aerate it. So I go out every couple of weeks and rake it all up and throw it back in the compost. But they scratch it right back out. That's okay. Pumpkins and butternut squash are doing great. We came out night before last and picked a huge bushel basket full of tomatoes. And I'm certain by probably tomorrow, or I may wait till Sunday so I'm not canning all day Sunday. But Sunday evening we'll pick tomatoes again. It's just loaded. The reason the leaves look dead or droopy is because of the netting. But again, and you can't really see my tomatoes in there. The netting is keeping it down, but it keeps the chickens out. We've got it on there pretty tight. But it's just loaded. They're just loaded. And I've often discussed tying up my tomatoes. That's something I just don't know how to do. So I've never done it, ever. None of our family had ever done it, so we just don't do it. But one advantage is it is so hot and dry and windy here all the time that when you pick up these tomato plants, you might be able to see down in there. Once you pick up a tomato plant and move it over, there's literally dozens. You're picking them by the handful. So, I don't know. It seems to work out pretty good here. I don't have to worry about them getting sunburned. And like I said, they look pretty smushed, but that's just the netting that's holding them down. If I'd let them go, they'd stand up pretty tall. I've already canned a bunch of pumpkin, and you can see I've got more pumpkin ready. I've told my little neighborhood kids, come down and get some, and I've already given quite a bit away. So, over there looks like a giant weed patch, and pretty much is. Let me see if I can get over there without seeing a snake. I know there's one that lives here. I don't want to ruin this film by flipping out on you, but I'm going to probably do it. I'm going to hurry. Okay, here's my mystery plant. Turned out to be what I wanted it to be. It is spaghetti squash. I'm very happy about that. They're just all along in here. And the wild turkeys and my chickens just went to town on them. And I just left them. And the ones that they really worked over, they scarred very well. So I think they're going to be good. Right now they're so covered with vine, and I'll be jiggered if I'm going to reach in there and move anything. I don't want to disrupt anybody who might be hiding out in there, because I don't want to know he's there. There's one in there. There's one down there. And if you get a glimpse of anything other... Oh, I want to point out this weed to you. See this weed? I think we should call it our state tree. Right? Oh, we call it hogweed or pigweed. I don't know the real scientific name for it. But literally, it can be 2 inches tall. We get a little tiny sprinkle of rain, and that dadgum thing will grow up to 3 foot tall, literally overnight. And I have a friend that had them so bad, she was having to pull them like fence posts. And if anybody's ever done that, you take the tractor scoop, you tie a chain around the base of the fence post, and then you go pull up. And she had them so thick, I think they were probably 3 inches in diameter and so deep. But that's how bad them dadgum things get. I don't know why they call them pigweeds, because even the pigs won't eat them. So, I don't think I'm going to get any sweet potatoes. They're not doing very well. The containers don't look too good. So, there's an update on my garden, and there's our RV. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.